In the previous videos, we have seen about what is a heap, what is max heap, what is min heap. If given a list of elements, how to create a heap. After the heap has been created, how to delete an element from the heap. And finally, we saw what is heapify function. How we can use the heapify function to create a heap. Now let's see heap sort in this video. So this is a given list of elements and I want to arrange them in a sorted manner, either ascending or descending, using heap sort. So heap sort is one of the sorting algorithms as we have seen earlier. Selection sort, insertion sort, quick sort, merge sort, bubble sort, etc. Heap sort also is used to sort the given list of elements into either ascending or descending order. Now what are the steps involved in heap sort? So step 1 is creation of heap. Now see, in creation of heap, either you can use the general method or we can use the heapify method. Can you guess which method must actually be used? See, in general method, what is the time complexity? It is n log n. And if you use the heapify function, your time complexity is just big of n. So since the time complexity for using heapify function is less, therefore for creation of heap, it is recommended that you should always use heapify in heap sort. Now step 2 is deletion of elements one by one. Deletion of elements one by one. Okay. Now come, let's see how we can perform heap sort with this given list of elements. I'll explain you how both the steps work. Now what does heapify say? Heapify says whatever order is given to you of the elements, just create a complete binary tree with it. So this is step 1. We are using heapify to create the heap. So I am performing step 1 of heapify. Okay, everybody agrees still here? Next, what do we do in heapify? So this is a quick revision of your heapify also. Next, what we do? We pick up the last element. Single element is always as per the heap properties. So we are going to do nothing here, going to do nothing here, going to do nothing here. Coming to this, again we are going to do nothing because it won't violate any properties with respect to the other node. Similarly, we'll go through this element. We are going to do nothing. It's not required. Then we go through this element. Now say for example, we want to sort the given list of elements in ascending order. So to sort it in ascending order, first of all, you should remember that we'll always require a max heap. Okay. So we are making a max heap using this list of elements first, using heapify function. Okay. So now when we look at this 8, so we have 8 and 72. So this violates the heap property. Okay, because the parent must be greater than the child. So we are going to swap these values. So 8 will come here, 72 goes here. Okay. Next, let's come to the next node, which is 2. Now what happens? The same thing happens. Here 7 is also greater than 2, 94 is also greater than 2. Therefore we are going to swap 2 with the higher valued child node. So we will have 94 here and 2 here. Correct? Now it is a max heap till the level that we have traversed. I guess yes. Okay. Next node that we are going to see is this. So now when we are looking at this particular node, this is also visible and this is also visible, just like what happened with this particular node, correct? So when now these three are visible to us, we can see that it violates the max heap property. So we are going to replace 49 with the larger child. So this will become 69 and this becomes 49, correct? Okay, now we go to the next node, which is this, and then we find out that it violates the max heap property. So we are going to perform a swap here, swap it with the larger child. So 21 comes here and 94 goes here, correct? Now finally we traverse the root node and we'll again swap it with the larger child, which is 94 here. So 35 will be here now and 94 will be here. Now as soon as you replace 35 and 94, what we can see, that the heap property here gets violated. So we are simply going to swap these two values. So 72 goes here and 35 is here. Now just check whether this created heap is a max heap or not. See, this is larger than both the child. Yes. This is larger than both the child. This value is greater than both the child. Yes. This is greater than 7 and 2. This is greater than 8. Okay. It satisfies. So this completes our step 1. So we can see that this is my final created max heap using this particular list of elements and by using heapify function. So we have completed step 1, okay, using heapify. Now let's assume that I want to arrange the given list of elements in ascending order. So you have to remember one thing, that when you want it in ascending order, so I'll go for a max heap, correct? I told you this thing. Okay, so now let's see, when we want to store this particular heap in an array, so how will it look like? See, I have already told you that we store it in a level order fashion. So my array will look like this. Correct? And if these are the indices, so I am having actually total 10 elements, correct? So now see, what we want to do is, we are going towards the step 2. So step 2 says deletion of elements one by one, correct? And if you remember, I have already told you that deletion from a heap only takes place from the root node, correct? So when we want to perform the first deletion, so we can only delete 94. So let's say I have taken up another variable named temp here and I store the deleted value. And what we are going to do is, we are going to replace this value by the last element. So 94 is now deleted from here and it gets replaced by the last element, which is 8. Why we are replacing it only with the last element? Because this is a heap after all, okay? And if it is a heap, we have to comply by the complete binary tree rules. Okay. So 8 is here. Then we have to check the max heap property. So we can find that we require a swap with the larger child. So 72 comes here, 8 goes here. Again it's violating the heap property. So we are going to replace it with the larger child. So 69 goes here, 8 comes here. Okay. And obviously this 8 is no more here. You have to keep this in mind. Okay. So since that 8 is not here, can we delete 8 from here also? Yes, we can delete it. So Now can you tell me one thing, that there is this temp variable with 94 value. Can we put this value here? Yes, we can put it. This is now empty, no? We have put this element and we have used it somewhere else, so it is now somewhere else. So this particular place was vacant. So I have used this vacant place to store the deleted element. Okay. So after this, how the storage of max heap will take place? See, I'll just show you. I will make the same array. Now my heap looks like this in the memory. And the last element is the deleted one, which is 94. Correct? Now we perform the next deletion. So in the next deletion, what is going to happen? We are simply going to delete 72. So now temp value will hold 72. We are deleting and putting the value into temp. And we are going to replace this value with the last node, which is 7. So 7 goes here. Correct? And this node doesn't exist anymore. Now with 7 we are going to put up the heap properties. So we see that we need to swap 7 and 69 to satisfy max heap property. After 7 is here, we can see that we have to perform a swap with 21. 7 goes here, 21 comes up. Okay. So now if I store this array in level order fashion, first of all, what do we see? That this 7 is not here anymore. So can we store the deleted element, which is in temp now, into this place? Yes, we can definitely store. So now if I store this heap in level order fashion, how will it look like? 69 is here, 58, 7, 8, 35, 49, 2, and then the 2 deleted elements. Okay. So now let's perform the next deletion. So what will happen in the next deletion? We are going to delete 69 and replace it with the last element, which is 2, and we are storing the deleted element in temp variable. Okay. So now simply let's write down the heap in the array. So see, the heap is now going to look like this, but this place is going to be vacant again. Can I store the deleted value here? Yes. Okay. Now next, what will happen? As 2 comes here, we have to check the max heap properties. So 58 goes here, 2 comes here, then replace it with the larger child, which is 49. So my heap looks like this. Now if I store the now created heap, so it will be like this: 58, 21, 49, 7, 8, 35 and 2 here, and these are the deleted elements. Now we can, if we want to perform the next deletion, what we can delete? We can delete the root, which is 54. So can you see what will happen? You will delete, you will keep 54 here. So can you see, we are basically getting a sorted list of elements. So after first pass, we get the see what is the pattern that is going on after first deletion. With the first deletion we get the largest element, because in a max heap the largest element will be at the root, and we are storing this at the last position or at the highest position, which is here. We stored it here. After the second deletion you are going to get the second largest element, and that would be stored at the second last position, which is 72 here, correct, and so on. So if there are n elements, we have to run this for n minus 1 times. Okay, now let's look at I think this is clear now how you can perform heap sort. Okay, I am not showing you the further steps, but I think you have understood how we are going to get a sorted list. See, this is the sorted list. So if you try to analyze the time complexity, so I told you that for heap sort there are two steps. First is creation, and then we have to perform a deletion. Okay, so for the creation, if we are using heapify, so our time complexity will be bigger of n, followed by deletion. So we have already seen that in deletion it takes time n log n. N log n is higher, so we can say that for heap sort the time complexity is bigger of n log n. And this is same across the best, average and worst case. So in sorting, what do we see as the best case usually? That we have an already sorted array, list of elements, correct? In that also you'll have to create the heap and perform deletion one by one. Okay, and if it is reverse sorted, still you will have to follow these steps. So this time complexity, this remains same for the best, average and worst case as well. Okay, I hope heap sort is clear to you guys. If you have any doubts regarding this, you can definitely put up in the comment section. I'll reply it to you. Okay, thank you.